Capricorn, good to see you. I'm bringing you a reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I'd like to say there's not a whole lot going on in the cosmos right now, other than October is a month of moving forward. Many of the outer planets and the social planets are stationing direct. They've been retrograde for a while, notably on October 6th, which was the same day as the new moon in Libra. We had Pluto that stationed direct in Capricorn. So when it stations, it kind of means that it appears to be standing still as it prepares to begin moving forward after a long retrograde season. October 10th, we had Saturn stationing direct in Aquarius, and on the 18th, it will be Jupiter also in Aquarius. So that's some good forward movement in terms of the lessons we've learned, right? Saturn is the great teacher, Pluto the great awakener, and Jupiter expansion and abundance, all beginning to go in forward motion. I should mention that we are still in Mercury retrograde, and he will station direct on, I want to say the 18th as well, somewhere between the 18th and the 22nd. I didn't write the date down. So that's what we have to look forward to. Let me move on to your oracle. Capricorn, you got some nice cards here. I started with the Energy Oracle. What I do is I just select 3 decks, intuitively shuffle and draw your cards. You got card 33, the Door to Romance. I know, it's exciting. This card is talking to you. 33 is, first of all, a sacred number, a master number. We don't reduce it. And to me, the 3s are always co-creative energy or education as well. But I feel like there's a new beginning in love here, but also a strong resonant connection that's either coming in toward you or is going to be up-leveled, if that makes sense. So if you already are in a connection that is ready for the next phase of love and romance, that may be a thing for you. So here's what you are being called to do. Focus on your self-love right now and romance yourself a bit. Buy some flowers, maybe pick up something that makes you feel good, whether it is a fragrance, a scent, a piece of clothing, anything that sort of makes you feel adored. That's what you're looking for with this card, because that will let the universe know that that's the energy you're seeking to feel. Got it? Okay, so the next card is from Gateway. I have the books here because I always forget what I picked from. The Gateway Oracle, and you got Following Your Bliss. Okay. So what this card is really telling you is don't wait to act until circumstances are different or better, right? The time is now to find what brings you joy and follow it where it leads you. Don't wait. Even chase it a bit. Chase it a bit. And you can kind of feel that right here. I'm feeling these 2 cards really are speaking to each other. And then you got from Shaman's Dream, card 31, which is in the hand. The universe is your partner. Now, 3 and 1 is 4, and 4 is about structure and stability, security as well. So this is telling you, you may want to contemplate your partnership with the universe, okay? As well as your higher power. So there is this connection between you, your higher power, and the universe, always in co-creation. Trust that you're safe and secure, right? Can you trust that you're safe and secure? Can you turn over your needs and desires to the universe and trust that you're in good hands? That is what this card is basically asking you. It feels like it comes through more as a question. So the universe is your partner. You're in good hands. Follow your bliss. The door to romance. My gosh, it can't get any better than that. And then all these planets stationing direct. Big sigh of relief, Cap. Big sigh of relief. So let's see. We're moving on to tarot. Let's see what's going on in your connection. You had an interesting morning musing as well. And I did see in the morning musing that is for the membership. If you're interested, there is a link below. I do a reading every morning for the sign I'm going to read for later on that day. I had to step back from that a little bit in August and September for health reasons, but I'm back on board, so everything is aligned. And what came through was the Knight of Cups in the challenge position, but also the outcome was we had the Ace of Pentacles. So some leveling there if we can get that romance out of its cage. If you look at this, you got that heart in a little gilded cage. So we have to uncage it. I know. Okay. Temperance. Very interesting. Lead off with Temperance. Capricorn, honestly, I think you're in for something very, very special here. For some of you, it will be a new connection, a new soulmate connection. For others of you, I feel like things like a reunion, or you finally come together in the right timing. We have Temperance and the Two of Cups. I know, it's really nice. And what this is basically saying is the present energy is one of patience. But it's a different kind of patience than your normal Seven of Pentacles stuff. Temperance is saying everything in moderation, everything, once things come into flow, we've got the two chalices there and the liquid moving between back and forth and back and forth. And it's very much about alchemy and allowing energies to come into flow and balance and having some self-control and restraint as you wait for that to be a thing. And I was just saying, I feel like the Knight of Cups is sort of stuck in this little gilded cage, and in time will be free to move about the cabin, as I like to say. So I love this setup here. Let's see what's underneath. King of Swords. So Capricorn, it could be that you are have been dealing with somebody that's a little remote. Maybe it hasn't been too warm or fuzzy. Maybe even a little distant, but it's somebody that you have respect for, that normally under normal situations you might have good communication with, even you like what they stand for. Here in the past, the Hermit, so part of a solitary journey, either for you or for your divine counterpart. I sort of feel it's you, because it speaks to the Temperance card as well. Now that you have that wisdom and that knowledge and that insight that you've gained, your patience is different. It's a different animal now. Queen of Swords. Okay. So Cap, we have a couple, King and Queen of Swords. And I feel in this case, because it's what crowns you is the strength that you have to bring about your desired outcome. So the Queen of Swords is a little bit dispassionate, meaning non-emotional, operating from logic and reason. All the queens have extra cups, so she does have compassion and sensitivity and empathy, but she doesn't lead with that. She leads with an eye toward, let's have an open and honest dialogue here. I got questions, answer them honestly. You got questions, I'll answer them honestly, and we'll cut to the chase. We'll get to the truth in the heart of the matter. So I like that the Queen of Swords is your strength here, especially because there's a King of Swords that you're sort of ruminating about underneath in your psyche. It's also telling me you have a very good mental connection, usually good back and forth repartee, witty. This kind of a couple is a good intellectual match. I like it. Okay, so looking forward to a Pentacles. Things may be up in the air a little bit. You may have to, once you get questions answered, the jury may be out. You may feel a little bit torn, or you may just have to sort of gauge realities on the ground and determine what you're really dealing with before you take any action. Because remember, Temperance doesn't act. Or if Temperance acts in small increments, very small, subtle changes. So your message from Spirit or the universe is the Ace of Cups. There's the new love, right? I'm feeling like there's some gift. This is the love of your life, or this is a new love coming in. The energy surrounding you may be unaware of, is the Queen of Cups. So that is the compassion. That is the love. There's a lot of empathy there. I'm feeling almost as if it's coming in from the divine masculine, as if to say, this feminine is the keeper of my heart. Fears and or hopes. We have the Four of Cups, which can be emotional detachment. Can also come through as some measure of rejection, disenchantment, disengagement, however you want to look at it. I think that's your fear, and the outcome is the Six of Cups. Yeah, very nice. So I do feel like I'm just going to hold up Temperance with the Two of Cups and the Six of Cups. We are looking at the past life soulmate. We are looking at a couple. I mean, I feel like this is something that if you haven't already met this person, you will. If this is the King and Queen of Swords as you know it to be, there's something very special happening. It is unfolding. I don't have the wheel yet, but I kind of feel as if Temperance is suggesting to you here, Capricorn, that with your patience, the wisdom of your patience, the situation will unfold. The energies will come into balance. Queen of Wands on the bottom. So, Ten of Cups on the bottom. Interesting, interesting. So let's look at, well, first let me tell you what we got here. We've got Sagittarian energy, Virgo, and the King and Queen of Swords can be drawing off of Gemini, Libra, or Aquarian energy, and the Queen of Cups as always can be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Doesn't have to be, it can just be representative of different aspects of your personality coming through, whether you're operating from logic, reasoning, and more practicality, or if you're coming from your heart, the depths of your emotions. Temperance, wow, the World. There's the Divine Masculine, the passion is there. Yeah, if you play, like, I hate to say it this way, but please understand. If you play it right, and when I say play it right, I'm talking about stay in the energy of Temperance. Google that darn card meaning if you have to get the subtle nuances I'm not bringing to the reading, because it'll speak to everybody a little bit differently. Because there is something, a big shift. This is the new beginning, right? The new beginning in life and love and closing out old chapters, and this is the Divine Masculine. So if there isn't someone in your life, there's the person coming in could be that twin. There is passion lit underneath, the torch of passion simmering. I feel like this Temperance is keeping that at bay. And there's a good reason for it, because certain cycles need to close out before the new one begins. Really powerful. Ooh, that feels so good. We have Aries, we have Aquarius, and that is Saturn, by the way, the World card. Aquarius and Capricorn, I meant to say, ruled by Saturn. One of your cards, Cap. Okay, King of Swords with the Six of Swords, with the Four of Cups. And, okay, I feel as if you are somewhere either in your psyche, in your subconscious, you're mulling over getting beyond whatever disengagement, the emotional, there's like dissatisfaction in the Four of Cups, something that you're not happy about, and it usually is on an emotional level. Someone not seeing the Ace of Cups as it's being presented to them, and pining over the Three Cups that are empty. Sometimes this card is about somebody not seeing the gift that's being offered. Here's the gift. This is the Ace of Cups. Here it is. See the angel bringing the gift. Spirit bringing the gift. And somebody's just staring right past it. And I have a feeling that may be this King of Swords, right? Because that's what we have here. Someone looking right past it. And I feel as if you want to move on from that. You want to get beyond that part of the journey that is causing you dissatisfaction, and you know that the only way out is through, and you kind of have to talk about it. Hello, Queen of Swords. So I do feel, Capricorn, on some level, that you have to kind of pierce the veil of silence here with your King of Swords, Hermit in the past. Yeah. Feel like you've been wanting to up level for a while, but you kind of been on your own. Oof. Oh my gosh. So we have the Ace of Pentacles with the Five of Cups, and underneath is the Lovers. I do feel like this solitary journey that you have been on or were on for a time here with the Hermit was more about understanding what went wrong, right? Like almost as if the intention was set, or you were working on manifesting this sort of commitment or an up-leveling of the connection here in 3D, trying to get more stability, and it didn't come off. It didn't come off. And, this card, the Five of Cups, it can be regrets, but it can also be a sense of sadness and grief and loss. and underneath is the Lovers. And I just feel as if like you thought you were headed somewhere and it didn't, failure to launch is what I felt, what I feel coming through. And underneath, the Lovers card is a card of choice, but I feel like the choice was removed. It was taken away from you. It wasn't your choice. And therefore I'm seeing the sadness and grief, and almost as if that's what you've been working on by going within and sort of being a little reclusive to try to understand what happened. And now you got some questions. It makes sense. Queen of Swords. Interesting, because I feel like you're trying to figure out again where things went sideways a bit. So the Hanged Man on that Queen of Swords is almost suggesting that you're trying to take an objective view of the whole situation. I like to call it the 30,000 foot view, to sort of look at everything that went on with regard to the Three of Pentacles, where you wanted that co-creative energy, where I was talking about that, the 33. And I'm feeling like you were bought in, and you don't feel this person sort of gave as much as they received from you. There wasn't really, it wasn't a collaborative effort. You weren't working on a connection together. And I almost feel like you're trying to get a view of that first before the conversation comes in. Underneath here is the unconditional love, the sensitivity, the compassion, the nurturing of the Empress, the divine feminine energy is almost what's propping you up through this process. So I don't necessarily feel that the Queen of Swords is waiting for enlightenment. I really feel like the Queen of Swords, which is you, is really trying to get clarity and rationally and logically assess everything that went on and why this Three of Pentacles didn't take off. Why did we end up instead with Four of Cups? Right? Why didn't we get that new beginning, or why couldn't we take things to the next level? So it's coming through more as a question, which makes sense with the Queen of Swords. Well, here's the Queen of Cups again. Two of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on a second. Was it here? No. Oh, hold on a second. I thought I had another reading where there was a battle. I did have another reading, but it was in one of the morning musings, and it was not your sign. I just double checked that, but there was a battle between the two forces within you, the emotional nature of the Queen of Cups versus the logical, reasoning, mind-oriented, thought-oriented focus of the Queen of Swords. And here it is. So if I could find this sign where that battle was taking place, I would love to tell you that. I'm not seeing it right off the bat here. No, it wasn't there. Yes, it was. I'll tell you in a second. It was Sagittarius. It was definitely Sagittarius. So if you are dealing with a Sagittarius, or if you have Sagittarius prominent in your chart, then you may want to watch the Sagittarian reading, because there was this, not in the main spread, but in the morning musing, this very clear, undecided, same exact cards, different decks, different sign. Two of Pentacles. I'm feeling torn. Should I operate from my heart or from my head? Head versus heart here. And underneath we get this lovely Queen of Pentacles, which is saying, ground yourself. Here's one of your cards, Cap, right? Ground yourself and the answer will come, right? Because if you have the Two of Pentacles, you're sort of feeling pulled in two different directions. We got all these three queens here, my three queens. Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords, and underneath is the Queen of Pentacles, providing the stability and the anchoring as you sort through this. And the energy that surrounds you that you may be unaware of is this Queen of Cups is rising to the surface, right? You've got a lot of emotions to bring to bear here. Amazing. I'm glad I found it. Thank you for indulging me, because I like to let you know when things show up in other signs, because there may be a confirmation for someone. That's what I'm here for. Ace of Cups. I do see that my internet is sticky. It's not you. Glitchy today. Ooh, Ace of Cups with the Eight of Swords. Yeah. So the universe is kind of letting you know that you may, this Ace of Cups is being offered to you as a gift from Spirit or the universe, right? It's a gift of love. It is the love of a lifetime. It is abundance, love and abundance, emotional abundance, all the great things. But then it's showing me the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. And that, you know, it's almost as if beware that you don't get stuck and overthink the situation, right? In your singleness. The Nine of Pentacles is very independent, and Capricorn, you are known for your independence and your strength of will and fortitude. And I feel like Spirit's warning you not to overthink and get too stuck up in that energy because, you know, because of fears of instability or fears of being abandoned. Got it? So I'm putting the word fear in there intentionally because I feel like that's the message coming through. You're going to receive this gift. Are you going to overthink the crap out of it and then end up alone again? That's what I feel Spirit's telling you. And whether that's coming from fear because you've been there, done that, got the t-shirt, or because, you know, this person flaked out on you before and you're not sure that they're stable enough to work through the situation, if that makes sense. Queen of Cups. Temperance. I love this reading for you. Oh my gosh. And there's the King of Swords. Okay. So your heart's in it more than you may think, Capricorn. Your heart's in it more than you may think. Maybe even more than you may want. Because I'm seeing reconciliation with the King of Swords, and temperance on this Queen of Cups is telling me that the temperance energy is sort of helping you modulate your emotions and keep them at, you know, calm. But they're there because on an emotional level, you want this reconciliation with this King of Swords. Your heart wants it. You want it from the top to toe. You want this reconciliation, but the temperance energy is sort of overriding the emotionality, which is why you're coming through as a Queen of Swords. The just the facts, ma'am card. Four of Cups. My goodness. Two of Wands, Hermit. Seeing a bit of hope and or fear. I kind of feel like you're hoping your person has done their journeying as well, right? You've already come through. You could be dealing with a Virgo, but I'm feeling like with the Two of Wands and the Hermit has this person who's been, you know, emotionally distant from me. You know, have they chosen their path? Have they done the inner work, or are they self-sabotaging? Because I'm not seeing any indication of this divine masculine you're dealing with being a shit. I'll just say it. I don't see that. I see them not being I see them sort of pulling back when things get, you know, get more intense, or when, you get too close to them. I mean, gosh knows this could all be your energy. Everything can come through reverse. So take ownership of whatever part speaks to you the most. But I feel like your fear here, your hope is that they've done the inner work, that they have spent a little time researching inwardly what they want, learning about themselves, getting some insight and self-awareness going for them. So Two of Wands, they can choose the path and not get in their own freaking way. So that's what I think, because I think this Four of Cups that is now out twice represents this person sort of, keeping you at arm's length emotionally, which is disappointing because you see the ace. Now, don't you go getting over your head, getting over your head. Get all up in your head and spoil it by overthinking it once it comes into your viewfinder. If it shows up at your door, don't look a gift horse in the face. Oh my God. All my Laura-isms are on full display for you, Capricorn. Oh my God. Six of Cups. Woo, Tower. Page of Swords, and there they come, Knight of Wands. All right. So I feel you're in for a bit of a shock, a bit of a surprise. I feel this, I really do feel like you're going to kind of be looking for some information about the past life soulmate, and then boom, there he is at the door. He, she, whatever. I don't think you're going to ferret that out. I think it's going to come in as a surprise. Tower doesn't have to be hellfire and damnation. Sometimes it's just, a bit of a shock, a bit something unexpected. We do have, what did I say? Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto. Pluto can often be some unexpected energy that's usually more Uranus, but Pluto can be, right? Because it's like the Great Awakener. So there is a little bit of shock and awe in the Tower as well as in Pluto stationing direct. So there's a big surprise coming in or something unexpected coming in. And I feel like it's somebody who's returning. Knight of Wands. So if this is speaking to you, dear Capricorn, let me tell you who showed up. Capricorn and Aquarius in the world. Aries. We have Virgo, Gemini, Pisces, Taurus, and Libra. Also, don't forget the Sagittarian energy of the Temperance card. We have a little bit more Virgo in that Nine of Pentacles, by the way. More Sagittarian energy, more Virgo energy, and Aries in the Tower. So those are the energies and a bit of Sag here to close out the reading with the Knight of Wands. If it's speaking to you, if it's resonating, and you want to get a handle on the masculine's point of view, A, how are they showing up? What's their present energy? B, how do they see this whole situation? What do they think about it? C, how do they feel about you? Capricorn, how do they feel about you? And then D, I was hoping I wasn't going to forget a letter, their intentions going forward. What is this person's intentions? And I will close it out with some oracle as well. So the link to that is below. I hope to see you there. Otherwise, Cap, have a great day, and I'll see you in a future reading. Bye for now.